This is episode 5 of my ultimate whales expedition. I continue my mission to film the largest creatures on the West Coast. In my last episode, I visited San Ignacio Lagoon in Baja California and experienced one of the greatest whale locations on the planet. I even explored cave paintings that featured whales. This week, I'm headed back to California in search of more giants. The central coast of California is full of life. It's a rugged coast that isn't always easy to access. So when my friend Eric asked me to join him for a little kayaking, I had to go. I had already spotted 2 whales about a mile offshore that morning, so we knew our chances of seeing one close might be good. And boy were we right. It didn't take long to see a spout once we were out there. And just as we thought we were done, 2 whales came up right next to us. Humpback whales can be very friendly. While they didn't approach us like the gray whales did in San Ignacio, it still was incredible.
Wow,
That was cool.
right next to us.
As we headed back, we explored a sea cave. While the ultimate whale expedition is about the animals, I couldn't help but be grateful for the friends and experiences I've met along this journey. This is what life is all about. As I reflected on the journey so far, I realized that I'd really only seen humpback whales and gray whales thus far. The elusive orcas, the ones that inspired this mission, had yet to make an appearance. So I headed back to Malibu and made it a mission to find them. This is Ryan, owner of Pacific Offshore Expeditions, and he is the best
Try to make it to
in the
San
business.
Miguel Island. That's the largest pinniped colony in North America. Okay, so the killer whales we usually are seen around San Miguel Island.
The goal this day was simple: find an orca. Traveling along this blue coast of water, one couldn't help but be excited about what discovery lay ahead.
This is pretty cool. Check this out.
Finally got an orca. Finally found an orca.
All right, so far it's a single male. He's huge.
Giant.
Sometimes single males hang out by themselves, but more often they're with females. So keep your eyes out. There should be other killer whales around.
This wasn't just any regular orca. It's an orca that hasn't been seen since 2018. Known as CA-199 by the California Killer Whale Project, this male orca is often seen traveling alone, and he's very large. He was first seen in 1999 as an adult male, meaning that this orca is at least 45 years old. I found a blue shark as well, but my focus was solely on the black and white dolphins I'd grown to love. The dorsal fin on him was easily the largest I've ever seen on any creature. And just as Ryan predicted, a pod of females was nearby. This pod of 6 orcas had just hunted. If you look closely, this one has a large animal in its mouth. I can't quite figure out what it is, but these orcas did enjoy a meal. You can see this one is carrying the meal in its mouth. On this day, we had the privilege of discovering a new pod of orcas. These 6 orcas were assigned numbers beginning with CA-312. They are brand new to science, and they're likely transient orcas that up until this day have eluded being spotted and identified along the west coast of North America. Transient killer whales, also known as Bigg's killer whales, exclusively eat marine mammals like harbor seals and sea lions. They are larger than their cousins, the resident killer whales. And boy, were they playful. Watch how our boat floats there with its engines off and the orcas on multiple occasions come right up to us. The waters surrounding the Channel Islands provide an abundant ecosystem for various marine life, which can attract orcas as they search for food. Transient orcas are known for their impressive hunting skills and coordinated tactics when hunting prey. As I filmed this pod, I already knew my next mission had to involve documenting their hunting tactics. And the large male, CA-199, well, he just cruised along unfazed by either us or the other pod. Just as previously recorded, he's lived up to his name as a loner. For me, the search for orcas was what inspired my ultimate whale expedition. There's perhaps no animal in the ocean more known than the orca. And while I typically focus on sharks, this encounter convinced me that orcas will have to be a focus going forward. If anything, it prepared me for the most wild encounter with an orca I will probably ever experience. I can't wait to share that with you. Stay tuned. Coming up, I explore the Sea of Cortez in search of giants and find the largest animal on the planet, plus an incredible encounter with the largest shark species on the planet. And I find a hammerhead shark. Plus, I head back to the lagoons of Baja California. If you enjoy content like this, please let me know in the comments and like the video. It really does help. Thank you, and to all my Patreon and YouTube members. Without you, content like this could not be made.